So I open up YouTube and one of the first recommended videos I see is from Law and Crime Network 3 days ago. Florida teen admits to rape 91-year-old woman. Excuse the fuck out of me, bro. What? Like, who's just letting this happen, bro?
I said, do you want to be the Randy John that's helping?
Never mind, not letting it happen, but like, what the fuck is going on in this world? Run it back.
I said, do you want to be the Randy John that tells the truth, the Randy John that cares about me? Because I know you are.
Detectives press a 14-year-old boy for the truth in front of his
14.
grandmother as they question him about whether he sexually assaulted a 91-year-old woman.
Jinxie Jr., come on, bro.
She deserves the truth to be told, and you know it.
Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. This is a really disturbing case.
Yeah.
Last June, Jesse Stone, he was a 14-year-old boy in Reddick, Florida, who was living with his grandparents and going to summer school. Now he's likely going to prison for a very long time.
Good.
Body camera footage from the early morning hours of June 9th, 2024 shows Marion County Sheriff's deputies at a 91-year-old woman's home after she'd called to say she'd been sexually assaulted.
Okay, I'm up here in Reddick. I'm at a house.
So
a
fucked up.
91-year-old lady calls in saying she was just raped. We get on scene. She's beat up.
That's
really
so
bad.
sad,
Now, it
bro.
was late at night, and this was a terrifying,
Such a-
terrifying
bro.
call. Who would do this to a 91-year-old woman?
91 years old, bro. 91?
Deputies started walking the property looking for clues or someone possibly hiding. Others started securing the crime scene.
We'll just get some tape. We'll lock down the house. Once she shoots out, we'll wrap it up. It's our crime scene. I got evidence coming. Major crimes coming.
Poor lady,
Canaan's
bro.
coming. One's coming.
Who do you want to go with her to the hospital?
I don't care as long as someone goes.
Yep.
I mean, if you talk to her, that's fine. If being it's a female, maybe Alyssa can go a little bit more comfortable.
There was that lady's moved out of the way, right? The one that was up there.
With the phone?
Yeah.
Hey, have the neighbor with the phone step out of our way.
This is insane, bro. Like, what brings you to do some sick shit like this, bro? Yup, sniff. Sniff, buddy. Locate that little fucker. Locate that sick bastard.
Now, this is a very, very serious case, so it was all hands on deck. The rest of the neighborhood could be in danger with a rapist on the loose.
Yep.
So she saw a shadow approaching her, and all of a sudden he just started like wailing on her. She's significantly injured in her face and got a big gash on her arm. She's 91 years old. So she says that the guy sounded Hispanic and he was telling her to be still and penetrated her with his fingers. And she said that he felt like he was not erect, but maybe trying to be.
Sorry, it's not funny at all.
She said it lasted about 15, huh?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says he never took off his pants.
She said he never took off his pants and it lasted about 15-20 minutes, and he left about 5 to 10 minutes prior to us going 97.
Now, 97 is part of a police code, meaning that deputies have arrived at a call. Collecting
That's
and preserving
disgusting, bro.
evidence is, of course, going to be very important in this case, and it appears plenty of evidence was left behind by the perp.
I'm sorry, I didn't know evidence was coming out. I gave Christian the dress and the underpants, 2 separate bags.
What drives somebody to do something like this? I don't get it.
No evidence of like her falling or anything, so everything she's saying is adding up. Everything is on her bed. Blood everywhere on her bed.
The neighbor said that only Hispanics that she knows is right across this road right here on this side.
I want to tell you about Upside. It's a fresh promo code Crime Fix for extra cash back. Police are looking for a suspect and evidence, but they also want to know whether any of the neighbors saw anything.
No, obviously. Hey, did you see anybody run through here or anything?
Not to my yard, but then again, I went in the house at 9:30 to eat dinner.
Okay.
And came back out with my son and said he saw all the cars come up here.
Okay.
And I was sitting there for a minute. And
Your son live here too?
Huh?
Your son live here too?
Yeah, my son lives here. My daughter and son-in-law are down here from West Virginia on vacation.
Okay.
There was a car earlier that came up there, like, when it was still daylight out there, but I think that was one of her friends.
Okay.
I mean, it looked familiar, like I've seen the car before.
Okay.
But nobody's been in my yard because I got dogs out and stuff.
Right. Okay.
She okay?
I hope.
I mean, I've known this lady since I was 10 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy seems, yeah.
Somebody was over there messing with the house.
This guy's legit. Seems
That
nice.
lady's daughters wanted her to move so many times out here too. She kept saying no, no, no.
Right.
Later that day, deputies talked to more neighbors.
I was out in the back working in my shop. I guess when all this was going down, I never heard nobody yell or anything. That's what was weird.
During the night?
Yeah, last night. I didn't come in till 9:30. Came back outside, and then
Did the police? Did the
said all these lights were going up the road? That's when I came back out and talked to you.
did the deputies talk to you last
Well, I
night?
gave them my name and stuff. Yeah, they just said, "Did you see anything?" I said, "No, I didn't see nothing." And they can't come through my yard because them two are out.
Sure.
Unless they jump fences. So.
Okay. Do you guys have videos about it?
No, I got a set, but I don't have them up there. I'm crippled, so I've been trying to.
What the victim told police
Damn.
was absolutely terrifying. According to court documents, the woman said when the defendant jumped or pounced on top of her, she began to fight him by trying to push him off. Then he struck her face with his fists. Now keep in mind, as I told you, this is a 91-year-old woman laying in her bed in her own home. She told detectives she told the attacker to get off of her. Then she repeatedly prayed, "Dear God, please help me." And the defendant told her to shut up, shut up. Next, the victim said her underwear was torn off and she ended up face down and she was sexually assaulted. But then it stopped and the man left. During the investigation, detectives had encountered a 14-year-old boy named Jesse.
Bro, fucking dirty ass, fucking acne built, Jimmy Neutron built, fucking disgusting.
Stone in the neighborhood. They noticed a red stain on his clothes and asked to get a swab. His grandmother consented to that and him giving a DNA sample.
Yup.
Then 8 days after the sexual assault, detectives received the results that showed that Jesse Stone's DNA was left on the 91-year-old victim.
Good
They brought
caught.
Jesse Stone
4K.
into the sheriff's office in handcuffs. They sat him in a room by himself for quite a while.
4K, buddy.
Man, you doing all right? You need anything? All right, Jesse, I'm Ryan, and we're gonna come in here and talk to you just a little bit, okay? We're waiting for your mom to get over here.
Sick
Just so we
fuck.
can all be here and talk and figure out what's going on, all right? Okay. You sure you don't want water or anything? Okay. If you need something, just give this door a little knock, all right?
Buddy can't even grow facial hair yet, and he's doing this to 91. Okay.
Jesse is in this room for more than 2 hours, and eventually they give him a blanket.
Double
it was
the
likely
time.
very cold in that room with the AC on.
Don't
It is
care.
Florida in June, after all.
Take the blanket away.
They move Jesse Stone later to an interview room, and his grandma, who's raising him, shows up.
Jesse, I'm going to ask you some questions that might seem a little bit weird, but this is just to help me understand and to make sure that I'm on the same page as you. So, do you understand the difference between a truth and a lie?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me what the truth means to you.
The truth is what actually happened.
Okay. And what's a lie mean?
Something that's made up or not true.
Okay.
The detectives read Jesse his rights, and they ask him about being out in the neighborhood the night that the woman was assaulted.
Do you remember that night? So when I showed you that video of you walking, so that would have been late Saturday night.
Yes.
Do you remember everything that you did that night?
Yeah, I couldn't go to sleep, so I got up and I headed down the road to watch the cars that are coming from the concert.
To watch the cars.
I've watched them with cars
Right.
for modified vehicles for a while, and then
That's what modern day teens
I went
do.
walking across the street for, I'm guessing, an hour before I came back to my house.
So you heard there that the detectives had seen Jesse Stone on video in the neighborhood. They'd also met him in the neighborhood. Then Jessie Stone talked about seeing the victim hours before she was attacked. It was something the victim had already told the detectives, that the boy she knew as Randy John had stopped by.
Where was she at?
On the front porch, sitting in her rocking chair in front of the door.
Okay, gotcha. So what was the last time, like, before then, when you had seen her, or I guess talked with her, like, kind of like you did that day?
I want to punch
The last time
him.
I'd seen her before that was probably about,
I want to punch him.
I want to say a week and a half before. She was driving down the road from like church or something.
Oh, okay.
And she just stopped and said hi real quick. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember the last time, like, my understanding when we spoke the first time, and correct me if I got this wrong, that you, when you were younger, you used to go over and talk with her quite a bit.
Yeah, I'd go over, talk, help her.
The detectives then asked Jessie Stone whether he had ever been in certain parts of the victim's home. And this leads to their big gotcha moment in this
fucking idiot
long exchange.
Let me hear
So
it.
she's never asked for your help to do those types of, like, household chores, so, like, laundry or whatever? Okay.
No, I've helped with the laundry machine, but not to do laundry.
Not like, you've never done her laundry for her, or bed sheets or anything like that?
No.
You've never, like, taken a nap or slept in any of her bedrooms or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Do you remember if you've ever been in any of those bedrooms?
No.
How'd
no.
your DNA get in there?
No. I've never been in any room other than the living room, kitchen, the bathroom.
Okay. Well, Randy Dunn, I think you probably know that I wouldn't ask that question unless I had a reason to.
Okay.
So, I'm just going to be honest with you because, I mean, I feel like you've been mostly honest with me.
She has one mean lisp. Mine's not that mean, but
And I know
fuck
your mom's been honest with me. Is it okay if I call you his mom? Yeah. Guardian? Okay. I don't mean to. It's okay, yeah. But when I came over to you on, I think that was Sunday, and I was asking you about your clothes and the video and such, and I explained that I wanted to get your DNA because I knew that you had been over there before because you mentioned, like you told us today,
Yep.
that you had talked with her. So I knew that you're, at the very least, there would be evidence of you being in the porch.
his heart's
Right?
racing.
So I went and met with your mom, and you guys signed a consent form, and we got your DNA. Okay. So we sent your DNA and the sex kit up to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, who does the testing stuff for stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any reason at all that your DNA would be on her clothes?
Yeah, we when I said goodbye to her, we hugged.
Buddy, when I said goodbye to her, we hugged.
Like a slight hug.
Okay.
That's.
Let me be a little bit more specific. Your DNA was on her underwear.
Underwear, buddy.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I want you to really use this time here
The undergarments, sir.
to be honest with me about what happened that night.
You
Because
sick, disgusting.
I think that we know what happened, and I think that your mom knows what
Fucking
happened. You also
loser.
wrote down a list of times that you went in and out of the house that night.
Loser.
To include the time that the call came in.
Loser, bro. Own up to it.
And I think you probably know that you wouldn't be in here
Own up to it, Tard.
we had a good reason to put you in.
I don't see. What?
It's not about C, Randy John. It's truth.
Yeah,
Yup.
Truth.
Thank you, Speak that shit, Graham. Speak that shit, grandmother. Fuck. This is real shit right now. Impossible?
I think too, brother, but that stuff doesn't lie. That stuff doesn't get made up. Sometimes the truth can be hard. You seem like a really good guy, man. You seem like you got a good head on your shoulders. You make connections with people that need help. You go out there and you help other people. And there's
Why
people
the
out there
fuck you lying?
Come over here and
that doesn't make you a bad person for making a mistake.
The detective then lays out photos of the victim, showing Jessie Stone what had been done to her.
I couldn't look,
You just
bro.
need to understand, like, who is Randy John, man?
I couldn't look.
I don't. And
Bro, imagine being the grandma, bro, just picturing that. Like, bro, he did that to an elderly woman, and you're...
I don't think that was the intention. But we need to understand what happened now.
That poor woman, bro.
Randy, I want to be real clear with you. We know what happened. What I want to hear from your own words, everything that went on that night.
God.
I'm glad I can't see it.
Holy cow.
I'm glad I can't see it.
I want to know why this happened.
Explain, buddy.
Randy, help us understand.
Explain it.
Randy.
Talk.
Randy, look at me for a second. You did this exact same thing when I asked you about you walking down the road or jogging down the road at 11 o'clock. And you did the whole, I don't remember, and I was like, and you finally admitted to it. And I think this is the exact same thing. I know what happened. And it's only going to help
It's
you
too obvious.
for you to be honest with me about what happened. Because like I said, we know what happened because we have your DNA at the crime scene.
You're cooked, buddy. You're cooked.
Like you said, it's not like we're talking about a sweater that it was found on. It's in this elderly woman's underwear.
You're cooked. Give it up. Put yourself in prison.
What are you thinking, man? We're putting everything out here, and you're kind of just looking at all this, man. I know it might be a shock, but what are you thinking?
I'm overly confused.
What are you confused about?
Confused.
I wasn't even near her house.
Buddy, it doesn't just lie. It doesn't just make up random spots that somebody's random person's DNA could be at, buddy.
I was across the street.
A whole hour. You were gone.
Yeah. I said I was gone for about an hour.
The detectives leave the room, and Randy John is left with his grandmother.
Mom, I don't know if you want to have a couple minutes to talk with your son. Randy, I want you to think real long and hard
Poor grandmother.
about everything that happened. And I want to do this, listen, more than I want to have the truth from you about what happened, because I know
This is
that
so
you know what
fucked
happened.
up.
I want to do this for her. If she is as an amazing of a person as you say she is, and I believe you because I've talked with her,
That poor lady.
getting all of this out in the open for her
Yep.
is what matters.
She deserves the truth to be told, and you know it.
Speak it.
Personally, I can't believe that this is a horrible thing, Randy John.
That's an understatement.
That's a horrible thing.
Understatement of the year.
I don't even have the ability to do that.
She is a 91-year-old woman, bro.
Well, it's hard for me to believe, too. It's really hard for me to believe, too, that you would do a thing like this.
I didn't.
But how many times have you been caught in lies?
I know.
And this is the whole reason why you're on restriction. It's because you're not telling the truth about things. If this woman deserves to have the truth, she deserves it, and you know that.
Facts.
What?
And don't
Why-
say
why-
lies,
why-
Randy John,
why-
because why doesn't exist here.
I wasn't at her house.
Randy John, it's across the street. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her face.
It's fucked up, bro.
That's
That's how you know he's guilty, bro. He's just crying and saying, I didn't, Bro, if you were truly innocent, you would not be acting nowhere near like this.
I don't even think like that.
You'd be like, what the fuck?
I've never seen you hurt anybody, but
I don't wonder.
what the hell were you doing outside at that
Oh,
time
woman.
of night? It doesn't make any sense. Do you understand? Randy John, it doesn't make any sense. There's a million different things you could do. being outside where you don't belong, and you know you don't belong out there.
I'm sorry, but I'm an outdoorsy person.
You're not an outdoorsy person.
I'm an outdoorsy person, so be
You're
outdoors.
sit in front of the TV kind of guy.
I don't have TV. I'm outside.
Well, I don't know. I hope and pray you did not do this to this woman. I hope and pray. I hope and pray you did not do this. Because this is
Horrible.
horrific.
Demonic
This is human
activity.
being,
Yup.
and she deserves justice. She does.
Thank you.
If this would have happened to your sister, what would you do?
Good human, bro. She's a good human.
If you know anything about this, Randy John, for
Spill
her
it.
at least, if you care about her, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Spill the beans, bud boy.
We've been down that road before where you've been lying about something and you swear up and Randy John, you've lied about stuff before.
Yup.
Jesse's grandmother leaves the room, and the detectives do most of the talking.
And I just got done talking to your mom, and she said that, I mean, you're 14, right? I think every 14-year-old's got had some thoughts about what a woman's like and things like that. And I heard that you've been kind of exploring some nudity and pornography. Is that what's going on, man?
That's normal. It's normal.
The thing is, Grandma's got no reason to lie to me, and you have no reason to lie to me about that either.
Yup.
That's totally normal and totally
Yup.
fine.
Yup.
So is that something I heard you taking Grandpa's phone and taking a look at that?
That's crazy. Taking your grandpa's phone?
No, I don't have Grandpa's phone. I haven't been able to do it. And since I had my computer, because she takes everything away.
Yeah. Well, is it true that you were looking at some of that stuff? Like I said, it's totally normal, man.
Every teenage boy does.
And like I said, and I think like Detective Hardigan said, it's
No need to
totally
lie.
normal to want to find out about these things. Especially for someone, it seems like you really truly cared about this woman.
Yeah.
And maybe you just wanted to figure out what was what, man.
What it was like.
They're trying to figure out a way to get him to admit.
Maybe you went into there, you didn't expect for her to be awake,
They're offering alternatives.
and so you freaked out. And you panicked. Because that's what it looks like. Is that this was oh shit. And then
Pick one.
maybe you just flocked around not expecting her to, maybe you just wanted to knock her out. You
Pick
know,
a story.
I didn't think you would hurt her this bad.
Pick a story.
And then you got out of there.
Because what we're trying to figure out, Randy John, is like Detective Hardigan said, like we're pretty certain of what happened. What we're trying to figure out is Randy John the kind of guy that breaks into people's houses with
Right.
axes and chops them up into pieces and leaves them and murders them? Or did Randy John just make a mistake? Did he go into a house and expect this 91-year-old woman to be sleeping and maybe figure out something about life, and then things just went awry? Is it
Figure out something about life. You're talking about a grape, bro.
thing is, people panic, man. And people do things that they don't mean and they don't want to do when they panic.
So the detectives, as you saw there, tried to make Jesse Stone feel comfortable,
Yup.
like he just made a mistake.
Yup.
So he would open up to them. Eventually, he confesses,
Nice.
saying that he watched pornography on the victim's iPad and then went into her room and assaulted her.
What the fuck, bro? Bro. Is that not sick as fuck, bro?
His confession is redacted under Florida law, so you
Okay.
won't be able to hear it.
Honestly, Randy John, I feel like you probably wish that this had never happened. Like, I honestly still believe that you never really intended to hurt. Because you care about her.
I bet that post-nut clarity killed him, bro.
The male detective and Jesse Stone talk extensively about him watching pornography, and Jesse talks very openly and freely about it.
Okay.
You mind if I give you some more stuff? Sure. So, how old were you when you started watching the porn videos?
My friend showed them to me when I was 10.
10.
Okay.
So you've been watching them since you were 10?
Off and on, yeah.
Such poison
How
for the
often
brain.
do you think you were watching them before you got put on restrictions?
Such poison, bro.
Once or twice a week.
You see what porn does, bro? Such
What kind
poison.
of stuff were you watching? Looking at pictures? Were you watching videos?
A mix of both.
Mix of both. Okay.
He
And
was on Twitter.
What site did you normally use?
Oh, the XNXX.
XNXX.
Oh yeah, he's yeah.
And that's all it's called.
It's a GG.
You just put that into Google, XNXX.
Yeah, that was the website my friend showed me.
Okay.
Jesse Stone pleaded guilty to the charges back in December. He'll be sentenced next month. He is now 15 years old. And that's it for this episode.
Please tell me there's an update in the comments on a sentencing. Nope, I'll figure it out though. This shit was insane, bro. 91 years on Earth and this nasty creep. Exactly. You know what's bad when they release your name, voice, and face? Yeah, he's definitely getting a good sentence, hopefully. Please lock him up for a good little minute, because that's one of the most disturbing things I've seen, bro. Get up at my hometown, there's nobody left. Set up the bro with a play, don't fumble it. Damn, he fumbled the ball, I gotta recover it. East Street lacking, other bitch caught up. He spun back, that's not what I taught him. Now I gotta make the play.